Before I begin, let me set the record straight. PC gaming is and will always be superior to console gaming. This is mainly due to the fact that they're modular, which makes them unbeatable when it comes to gameplay performance. Now, unless you're an esports or a big gamer or you need, a PC for any other reason besides gaming, like maybe school or work, then I honestly don't see why you'll need anything more than what consoles have to offer for gaming, especially if you have a PS5 or a Series X. I was able to get my hands on the PS5 on launch day, but it took me another year after that to find an Xbox Series X. I also recently got back into PC gaming after building my newest rig, which was difficult to get parts for, to say the least. It's 2022 now, and building a worthwhile gaming PC or buying a top tier console has never been more challenging. Is it worth the hassle to build a nice gaming rig, or just settle for a high performance gaming console like a PS5 or a Series X? What's going on, everyone? It's Tommy here, and welcome to another video. I'll be comparing building a gaming PC to buying a gaming console in 2022. Throughout the video, when I refer to consoles, I'm talking about the ones closest to a solid gaming PC like the PS5 or the Series X. Building a PC is so much fun in my opinion, and the feeling you get from staring at your creation as you game on it is second to none. The problem with building a PC is some people don't want to deal with the building and the setting up phases. First, you have to figure out what you want to build, then you start hunting down the parts you need. After that, you have to put them all together, and finally you have to set up the OS. All of these have to be done before you can even begin gaming at all. The process of building and setting up a gaming PC is easy, but that's easier said by someone who has built multiple PCs and deals with tech all the time. Consoles like the Series X and PS5 come ready-made for gaming. I mean, it's their main purpose, so they have very short setup times, and even after setup, they have features that allow you to jump into games very quickly and switch between games with ease. The Series X has quick resume, which literally allows you to continue from wherever you stopped in any game at all. No search for parts, setting up OSs, or anything of the sort with console gaming. Building a gaming PC has a lot of customization perks that a console just cannot give you. You get to pick up individual parts to customize your PC as you see fit. You can build just about anything you can dream of with as much power as you like. You have the option to choose the amount of RAM, storage type and size, processor, graphics card, power supply, and a lot more. You can even add or omit RGB LEDs from your PC. You can also easily upgrade your PC since they're pretty much modular. For example, when my 3080 Ti GPU stops being powerful enough to handle the latest games, I can easily take it out and replace it with a more powerful GPU without having to change any other part. With consoles, customization is extremely limited. All the customization that can be done to consoles are mostly cosmetic and affect their appearance. For example, swapping out faceplates or applying skins to the body of consoles. Consoles come with every internal part that matters already selected for you. I mean, the parts in each console is usually optimized for gaming, but you have no ability to upgrade or change any of the main internal parts like the CPU or the GPU. The internal SSDs in consoles cannot be changed, but you can increase the storage size of consoles by using external hard drives or buying additional SSD storage. To upgrade consoles to handle the latest games, you basically have to buy a whole new console. If you can get past the building and setup phase of a gaming rig, the reward is in the amount of games you gain access to as well as overall gameplay performance. On PC, you can pretty much play every game out there except a few like some PlayStation exclusives, but even those come to PC in time. The popular Game Pass service on Xbox is also on PC, which means you have access to all the same games on Xbox on PC. This single fact makes the Xbox redundant within the same gaming setup as a PC. Consoles also have a ton of options for games, but not nearly as much as PCs do. Unless you're a hardcore or big-time gamer, you probably won't miss not having access to PC games. On Xbox, Game Pass offers lots of games to choose from, and on the PS5, you have access to the PS Plus collection. On both consoles, there are lots of multi-platform games and exclusives for you to play, with new ones releasing every now and then. Gameplay performance is unmatched on PC. You can build something powerful enough to handle the most demanding games without breaking a sweat. When I was building my PC, I went for a 3080 Ti graphics card, and that alone has made my PC a powerhouse for gaming. You can build a PC that can run games at super high frame rates and high resolutions. The PS5 and Series X, on the other hand, both come with less powerful GPUs optimized for their architecture. This makes games easy for developers to optimize for the consoles since their hardware is pretty much set in stone. Most often than not, you'll see medium settings for games on consoles, while you have the option to turn settings to high or even ultra high on PC. On consoles also, you'll notice that game developers give you the option to run games at a higher resolution with lower frame rates or a lower resolution with higher frame rates. This just means they're simply not powerful enough to do both. On PC, you can have it all. You can have high frame rates and high resolution gameplay. If you decide to build a gaming PC, then you have to be ready to lose the portable aspect of gaming. I built my PC in a mid-tower ATX case, and that's not even the largest case you can go for. There are small form factor mini ITX cases too, but let's be honest, it'll be difficult to build a nice gaming rig in one of those. On the other hand, consoles like the Series X and PS5 are more portable and travel friendly. When I say portable, I mean being able to quickly set up my console in a living room or anywhere at all with few constraints. For a PC, you'll need a display, keyboard, mouse, and possibly a controller if you game with that. For a console, all you'll need is a controller and a display. It's also so much easier to throw a console and a controller into a travel bag and bring it on a trip. Trying to do that with a gaming rig is more work than it's worth. I don't know about you, but I would rather avoid doing that. Now, here's where things get really crazy. The money it costs to buy a high-end console like the Series X or the PS5 is a small fraction of the money it costs to build a high-end gaming PC right now. The main cost of building a PC lies with the graphics card. The inflation of prices for graphics cards due to cryptocurrency mining has ultimately made building a gaming PC very expensive. The digital edition PS5 retails for $499.99, and Xbox Series X retails for $599.99. PC parts like newer Intel CPUs, high-end GPUs, and DDR5 RAMs are very expensive. They'll get the overall price of any PC build over $2,000 easily. The 3080 Ti graphics card in my PC cost $2,100, which is crazy because GPUs weren't always that expensive. Just so you know, these prices are all in Canadian dollars. Essentially, what I'm saying is it'll cost you a whole lot more to build a gaming PC than it'll cost you to buy a console, especially right now. Besides the price, there's also the issue of chip shortage, which has made it extremely difficult for any store to keep high-end consoles or PC parts in stock. They do come in stock on and off at different retailers, you just have to be on the lookout. Once you've made the decision on either building a PC or buying a console, the next step is to begin looking for what you need. That could be a PS5, Xbox Series X, or PC parts like high-end GPUs. All that being said, I'll let you guys know right now that I'll choose to build a PC over buy a console at any point in time if my life situation allows it. But if I could go for both, I would definitely go for both, because that way I can have portability and, you know, complete freedom. I believe that consoles are best suited for a living room and, you know, social setup with a large TV, multiple controllers, and a PC is more set up for individuals and say at a desk setup. But it's also good for, you know, multiplayers and having friends over, but I'd say, you know, having a console in a living room is better. That's also because consoles are designed for TV use since they only come with HDMI outputs. PC graphics cards tend to come with both display ports and HDMI ports, which are great for multiple options, especially when you want to use it with monitors to unlock even higher frame rates. There's no beating a console when you're looking for something, you know, that works as a best bang for your buck. It's just too expensive to build a PC right now. You know, it's just too much. Everything is expensive. I definitely wouldn't recommend it, but if you can, definitely go ahead and do it. Consoles and graphics cards are pretty hard to find right now, but if you look hard enough, you'll find it. They're not as hard as they used to be to find about 2 years ago when most of them launched. I'd like to know where you stand on building a gaming PC versus buying a gaming console, and why. If you made it to this point of the video, comment your answers down below. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and turn on notifications so you're one of the first to be notified whenever I post new videos. It's Tommy with Midas Tech, and I'll catch you guys next time.